Okay, here's your question. What is one lesson that you learned during the pandemic?
A lot of lessons that I learned during this pandemic, but I think it widened the meaning of the word help. Because before, when I hear the word help, it's like going out, go reach out for communities and give donations. But right now, help could mean listening to your friend, sending your friend some goodies if they run out of food, or, it could mean anything. Listening, posting on social media, sharing organizations that are helping people, or saying hi to the guard every morning just so you make them feel seen, valued, and definitely I will apply it as a Miss Universe to continue doing help in any ways that I can.
What I learned during this pandemic is to be resilient. It has always been something that people should do, that when you're faced with a challenge, you should not back down. Rather, you should create avenue for you to be able to lead in creating solutions for people. And I think that is the biggest blessing that we could offer others despite the pandemic that has happened to us.
My biggest lesson during this pandemic na na-apply ko during this Miss Universe pageant na nag-start na siya ngayon is to stay positive. I mean, mentally stay positive lang, hindi, alam mo na. So, syempre, at first, nakakaramdam tayo ng anxiety, depression, kasi hindi naman tayo sanay sa ganito, pero wala, hindi lang naman ikaw yung nakakaramdam ng ganyan. So, don't stress yourself on it. Kasi hindi naman natin kasalanan to eh. So, what we can do is to stay positive. Let's look on the bright side of what's happening right now. Like what? Sobrang dami nating oras para maghanap ng kung ano yung pwede nating i-improve sa sarili natin. And you name it, alam nyo na yun. So that's my biggest lesson na just to stay positive. Grabe, sobrang excited ko nga ngayon na yung feeling ko parang kailangan ko siyang i-contain until October 24. Ayun.
What do you think is the biggest struggle that Filipinas face today?
I think that the biggest struggle that Filipinos are facing today, since everything is online already, I think that struggling to become a perfect woman, because everything we see online, we have a lot of, there's a lot of models who are posting on social media, making people think that they are perfect, but a lot of people don't know the stories behind them. So what I would suggest to these women is to be yourself, know yourself, and there's nothing more unique than just being yourself.
One quality that you have learned from your parents that you would want to pass down to your children?
Oh. Well, my parents are a very traditional type of parents because I have two older sisters, so we're Tres Maria. So we're growing up, I have like an instant two best friends with me, and it just so happened that they were so protective of us. They wouldn't let us play outside. They would give us as much toys as we can as long as we don't go outside. So I never real experienced what it's like to play tumbang preso, yung mga ganong games. I just adapted that when I was in college na. So I think one thing that I would really want to pass on that I learned from them is that how much they really protected us as kids, that they really looked out for our welfare because they know how dangerous or harmful the outside world is. And I think that kind of mindset really shaped me as who I am today, that even if I grew up in a very strict kind of family, I was still able to really pursue my dreams and step out of my comfort zone.
Something that I learned from my parents is just to respect everyone, every walks of life, and wag makakalimutan magmano or mag-bless at magpo at opo sa mga nakakatanda, and just to spread love and happiness, and just yun nga, yung respect po, kasi kapag may respeto ka sa tao, i-respect ka rin niya in return. Yun ang tinuro sa akin ng magulang ko. At saka don't forget to love what you're doing, and just be happy and be thankful in all the things and blessings that you receive every day, small or big blessing.
that is being kind and God-fearing. I grew up in a family where we are all God-centered, and they help us, they mold us, that they they teach us how we person, how beautiful our life with God inside in our heart.